Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flight Podcast. My name is Jacob Shanker.
I'm Andrew Thomas.
Shut up and sit down.
Mr. Shanker, how have you been, sir?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Just got the vaccine today, actually.
All right.
So arm is very sore, but it's gonna be good. How have
Good
you been?
stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, good, good. How have you been, buddy?
I'm chilling, hanging in there. I'm trying to get my vaccine appointment too.
Yep, yep. You gotta get it in. You gotta get it in.
Yep, gotta figure it out. Gotta get Pfizer.
Yeah, start doing some more stuff, but we're almost there. Before today's episode, we are going to be doing our "What If" episode. We have thought of the three. There's obviously a ton of what ifs in the NBA that you can talk about. What if Tracy Mcgrady never got injured? What if James Harden never got traded? What if LeBron never left the Cavs? There are so many what ifs that you can do. The possibilities are endless. But for today's episode, we are going to be doing our three favorites, the three that we thought are the most interesting. And yeah, so let's get right into it. The first one is, what if Derrick Rose didn't get injured? If he didn't tear his ACL coming off that a year after his MVP season, what would happen in his career?
Well, in my opinion, I think he'd be at least a one-time champion. I think he'd win in 2015 versus the Warriors.
With the Bulls?
Yep. I think that would be the year that they'd finally go up against LeBron and finally beat him. I think LeBron would still end up going back to Cleveland, obviously.
Mhm.
I think it would be really good for Derrick Rose. I think that if he wasn't injured, if he didn't get injured, I still think he would have been better than Steph Curry, in my opinion. I think Rose is just ridiculous, or he was ridiculous. Still is, but he was. And I think he would have been at least a one-time champion. He would have won at least another MVP. He definitely would have won it that year as well, because there's no way that Steph Curry is winning it with 23 and a very good record, but Rose would have a good record and better stats.
Yeah. I think there are some things I'll agree with. I think he'll definitely be a one-time champion. I think, like you said, the best shot that he'll have is 2015, because the Warriors that year were good but not great. The Cavs,
KD was injured.
yeah, the Cavs. I mean, if we're talking, Kyrie and Kevin Love were injured, so it was LeBron all by himself, which was obviously the reason that the Warriors
Kyrie
lost.
didn't get injured until the finals. Don't forget that. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, that's true. But still, if we're talking about all of this, I mean, it's still Derrick Rose will be facing up against this Cavs team, and I could see Derrick Rose coming out on top. I could also see Derrick Rose winning a 2015 MVP, because that year, just in general, the MVP race it was just weak in general.
Yep.
Um,
It was. The only reason Steph won was because of the winning.
Yeah, there was no great players. Steph was good. He was good enough. Anthony Davis was good. KD, LeBron. But there was no one player that you could say they were phenomenal. Like it just wasn't that. I think Derrick Rose probably would have been that player. I still disagree and think that he shouldn't have won the 2011 MVP, but he deserved it.
I think he should have won it.
Still great. But he would have been a two-time MVP. The one I think he would be, I'm not exactly sure where he would end up in terms of ranking on all-time point guards, but I think he would get very close to top 5. And I don't think he would be better than Steph. I still think Steph would be. I don't think he'll be second best, but I still think he'll be very good.
I think going up against each other, Derrick Rose would be better than Steph, in my opinion.
I mean,
obviously,
in terms of what, one-on-one stats, team, like.
Well, stats, I think that Rose would get that. I think he'd average more points. Obviously, Steph would still be the greatest shooter. Yes.
Well, which one are we talking? Are we talking about career? Or are we going to talk about like peak?
Well, both. I think Rose does better in both. And I think that Rose is also a better playmaker, and Rose also had a decent defensive rating, as Curry's is also not very good.
I mean, for him, no. He had, I'm pretty sure it was very good, his MVP season in 2016. It was very good. If we're
Was
talking
it?
about 2016 Steph, I'm pretty sure it was like 100, if I do
No
recall.
way. No
I'm
way.
telling you. Or it was like around that area, 102, something like that. You can look
It
it
was
up. And
103.
all right, it was somewhat in the close. It wasn't 100, but it was still that's still very good.
That's pretty good.
103.
And I'll check out Derrick Rose's
Um,
defensive rating right now
yeah, I think it
for his
would be
MVP season.
much. Look at 2011,
He had the same
103.
103, and he also had 101 the next season.
Mm,
Let's see
so
the offensive rating very quickly.
yeah. So I mean, I think it would be close. I still see Steph coming out on top, just in terms of everything that he can do. Right, the way that he completely changed the game. B, the not only is he a phenomenal shooter, he's an excellent scorer, which is a reason why he's one of the best shooters of all time. Because I think when I've been looking at like certain players in today's game, like Duncan Robinson, he's a great shooter, but I don't think he will go down as one of the best shooters of all time for the fact that he's an inconsistent scorer, right? Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Steph, Clay, Larry Bird, those guys are some of the best shooters of all time. And
That's true.
they could score. Duncan Robinson cannot score. So that's a major reason.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Definitely. But yeah, so to sum it up, D Rose wins 1 championship, possibly more, 2 MVPs.
And goes down as one of the best point guards of all time.
Yep, I agree.
The better Russ.
Oh, whatever.
All right, let's go into the next one. What if Tracy McGrady didn't get injured? He is probably one of my favorite players. I think he's very underrated. At his
He's also one of my favorite on 2K.
He's nuts on 2K. He's one of the best in 2K.
He's so good on 2K.
Yeah. But he at his peak, obviously before his injury, when he was with the Magic and had that with the Rockets with the iconic 13 points in 33 seconds game. I mean, he can shoot it from anywhere. He's started the generation where being able to pull up from practically anywhere and making it in. So
Yeah.
he's an excellent shooter, excellent scorer. Was pretty good on defense, and he could practically do everything.
Yeah. Yeah, he could. T-Mac was able to do ridiculous stuff. He averaged 32 points, and he averaged 28 the next season. He outscored Kobe Bean Bryant.
Oh yeah, I
He
could
was
see him winning.
ridiculous.
I could see him winning MVP. Um, I don't know if I could see him winning a chip, depending on. I mean, just
He never
where
got
he
past the
goes.
second round.
Yeah, I don't think that he would be able to win a chip unless he obviously could go to like uh the Heat, but he would be like, or no, if he went to like the Cavs when he's really old or something like that, like obviously then he'll be able to win, but or the Warriors or whatever. But I don't think that we could say that he would be like a first or second option and win a chip.
Well, he actually almost won a chip because he played with the Spurs in the playoffs one year.
Yeah, but this is not like peak Tracy McGrady.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
This is like when he was like off the bench and not as good anymore. He was
Yeah.
old. He was
And injured.
Yeah.
Not doing so well.
He was like a fifth option, maybe sixth. So it was not great.
Yeah, a 6-man probably.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's pretty much he would probably win MVP. Unlikely that he'd win a chip.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there's a chance that he would possibly win in 2008 when Kobe won it.
Maybe.
That would be a good one.
Maybe. You mean 2009?
No, Kobe won it in 2008.
2008 was Celtics.
No, I'm talking about MVP.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, he could probably win that. Or no, I mean, if we had to pick, I mean, either him or Chris Paul.
100%. Because I don't think Kobe should have won it that year. Should have won it other years. Not
Yeah,
that.
he should have won it over Steve Nash.
100%. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. For the last and final one, what if Michael Jordan never retired in 1993, coming off the championship, and then retiring, going to baseball, doing all that, and then obviously coming back. But in that span of him not being in the NBA, where do you see that going?
I see Michael Jordan winning 2 titles. Both years.
Mind you, if you play against the Hakeem Olajuwon-led Rockets. So yeah,
I don't think that does any difference. I think Hakeem is phenomenal talent. He had one of the best playoff runs ever. But he is not stopping the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
you mean the second best player?
No. I mean the
basketball.
GOAT. I mean the person that you think is.
Sorry, I think Andrew's microphone is cutting out. What he meant to say was Michael Jordan, the second best player.
No, I think I'm pretty clear.
So do you? I mean, yeah. Honestly, he would probably win it if they're going up against the Rockets.
Yep, and then he has 8 championships, and then he's 100% the GOAT. You just said that he would win 8 championships.
I said he'd win those 2. I mean, do you think he'd win all the other ones?
Yes.
Do you? Would you? What's it called? What about MVPs? I could see him winning one. I don't think he'd win back to back. Maybe not the year that
voter fatigue would definitely change that. I'm gonna say, well,
I'm gonna say the year that he didn't win it. No, I mean the year that Hakeem didn't win it.
Yeah, well, when did Hakeem win? I'm gonna check that right now.
93.
Well, Hakeem was a very low seed. Hakeem was one of the lowest seeds for MVP. He won it in 94.
Yeah,
and
I could see MJ winning in 93 and then Hakeem still winning it in 94.
Well, no. That 94 was the year that MJ wasn't there.
Yeah, and 93.
No. He came back. MJ came back in late 95.
I think you're getting mixed up with what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think I am. What are you saying?
I'm saying that if Hakeem wins it in 94, I'm saying MJ would win it in 93.
He won it in 93. No, he didn't win in 93. Barkley won it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nothing's going to change that.
Never mind. Let's continue on that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I think he would probably win it. I don't know.
I think he would definitely win it. I think that he beats Hakeem because Hakeem was the only one on the team at that time. That was good.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my brutal, honest opinion. And there's also a bug crawling past my wall. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to kill it very quickly.
Very good. And while you do, I'm going to continue talking.
I got it. It's okay.
Well, so MJ, probably would continue to end up as second best of all time. No, in all seriousness, I mean, if he was able to win those 8 chips, I mean, yeah, I'd probably say he was first, but it won't happen. It will never happen.
What do you mean it'll never happen? It's happening right now.
What's happening?
There's no way. Well, what do you mean what's happening? The debate that you have no case for. The debate that I have everything for. Huh?
Well, how do you have everything for, but I have nothing for?
You have nothing for, because there's no way in hell that LeBron James is anywhere close to Michael Jordan. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm being realistic. I'm saying it's very close. You're being completely...
It's not very close.
Yes, it is.
11 points in a finals game is close? I don't think so.
You're talking about one game.
Yeah.
One game.
An NBA finals game.
I'm not going to talk about all the games that MJ's had shot terribly in the playoffs.
Yeah. Did he score 11? No, wait. Not even 11. 8 points.
8?
MJ has never scored less than 10 points in the playoffs. LeBron scored 11 points in a conference finals game. He scored 8 points in a finals game.
And LeBron's never, what's it called? Lost.
No, he's stuttering. He's stuttering.
LeBron's never lost in the first round.
But LeBron missed the playoffs 2 times. MJ never missed the playoffs.
And was that LeBron's fault? No,
Yes, it was
they had a
LeBron's
terrible
fault.
team. The Cavs were awful.
You need
They
to.
were awful
It
until
is LeBron's fault.
the
If
Cavs.
LeBron led them to the playoffs, they would have gotten to the playoffs. But
Andrew,
LeBron didn't lead them to the playoffs. I'm sorry, but it is LeBron's fault.
how is it LeBron's fault if it's the team and it's not him?
Michael Jordan's team was just as bad, and he got in. Not only that, MJ almost beat in one game. This is ridiculous. The '86 Celtics, one of the best teams of all time.
Okay,
Don't
yeah,
give me,
that was
don't
a
give me
good
that.
game.
That was ridiculous.
No, it was a good game. Yeah.
Yeah, he has 63 points. I don't think I've ever seen LeBron do anything like that.
Did you watch the 2018 Finals, Game 1, against that monstrous team
Okay,
as well?
that's not
When
63
he
points.
scored I'm pretty sure the most points. What's it called? Well, the stat line was nobody's ever done it like that. 50 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds on like 60% shooting.
Wasn't 60% shooting.
55, whatever. 55,
Exactly.
60.
Get your facts straight, boy.
Straight. All right, well, to end this episode off, LeBron.
Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
LeBron continue being the GOAT. That's all for today, everyone.
Feel free to comment down below what your thoughts were on our what ifs and why you think that I'm right. Because I am right.
Tune in to the next episode on Friday and continue to tell me why LeBron's the GOAT. See you guys next time.